This is a can of R134A Plus. What is R134A? Well, it's a refrigerant for your car air conditioning. It's what you recharge your car with when the air conditioner is not getting cold. This is plus because it has a sealer in it. If there's a slow leak, it's supposed to seal it up. It also has dye in it, and they give you a ultraviolet pen so you can look at it and tell where it's leaking if it is. So that's 134A plus. Older cars, 1993 and before, used R12. And about between 1993 and 96, they started changing. Now they all use 134, or they tell you always to check and see what you use, but I've heard they all use 134. I've seen Jeeps use them, Volkswagens, Dodges, Chevys. Mine's a 2005 Chevy which uses it. And in my car, the engine compartment, it even tells you, I don't know if you can see that, but it even says in there someplace that it uses R134 for a coolant. So you need to know where your low pressure port is, and here's mine. Mine's right here. It's how I know is I googled it, 2005 Chevy Malibu LS, and I clicked on images and it showed me a picture. Otherwise I wouldn't have known. They told you follow the canister back to the evaporator, and through the evaporator to the condenser, to the valve, and all that kind of stuff. But I found it easier just to Google it. So I'm going to take that can and I'm going to put this dispenser on it. It has a gauge, and you turn the gauge to the temperature. This thing on the outside turns, those little lines, you point to the temperature, and then you try to get the amount. When you pull the trigger on this thing, it'll dispense the Freon, and when you let it go, it'll just read and tell you how much is in there. So this is what I'm going to attempt to do. They tell you turn on the car, let it run, set it to the temperature, and blast away. They tell you to shake the can first, and then while you're dispensing it, you're also supposed to shake the can. But you know, they don't know my car. My car will take care of all of the shaking by itself. So we'll see how this goes.
Here's what my gauge says. That is 80 degrees. About that. And you can see the meter showing me that we're capsized there. The meter's showing me we're a little bit low on Freon. So I'm going to shoot it in there and see what happens. While I shake it, I'll shake and shoot at the same time.
So here's the end result, which isn't really the end result. They give you 2 cans of this stuff. And the first can ran out when I got right up to about the green line, right to the beginning of it, where it was just getting to where it would be charged. I had to get into the middle of that section I need. In other words, I pumped in about 50 pounds of pressure, and I needed to pump in about 50 more or something like that. So they give you 2 bottles of the thing, 2 cans of it. So I went to take off this thing, the valve or whatever it is, and I couldn't get it off. It just kept spinning and spinning. The whole top of this thing, the whole top of the can was spinning. So I had to take a screwdriver and pry the thing off. As you can see, this thing would just spin around on the top of the can when I was trying to turn this off. And that was, so I ruined the valve doing it. I tried to put it on this can, but Now when I try to pump some in, it appears to be leaking back at me. It doesn't appear to be going in. Plus, because I trashed it really, the meter no longer works. So, I mean, it's kind of my fault. I guess I over-tightened the thing, maybe. I don't know. But, you know, it shouldn't happen. It was certainly something. I watched YouTube videos and the video on Amazon and read all the reviews and everything, and I'm the first one that this has happened to. So now I got this thing with the valve on. I can't take it off. If I do, Freon will spray all over the place, but I can't use it. And then I got this, which wasn't enough. The car is colder. I turn on the air conditioner and it's colder than it was. It's doing something. I got some Freon in there. It did something. I just wish that I could have got a little bit more in. So this is Arctic Freeze. When you go to recharge your car, I would say my next experience will be I'll be looking for something different. It's confusing. First of all, they give you 2 cans of different stuff. And that's more than I bargained for. I mean, I just want to shoot something in there. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And so, my opinion, I bought the wrong thing. And I'm going to give it an Amazon review and give it 2 stars because it did actually get colder. But I was an hour wrestling with that thing to get the valve off and try to at the same time save it so it would work again. I was unsuccessful. I didn't get what I paid for. And so I'll try something else the next time, to tell you the truth.